Welcome. I ain't know we started.
Welcome back to the Free Gems Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You are
Fresh
here tuned
Free
in
Gems.
with us. You know what I'm saying?
It's Kamal over here. I got my boy Tattoos by Ez over there.
You know what I'm saying? To your right, case angles to your left.
You know how we do it.
You know what I'm saying? Good aliases and all that, just in case the feds watching.
We got episode 127, 127?
128. If I'm not mistaken, 128.
128. We're going to check, but yeah.
But listen, we here. We appreciate y'all. Another week of the Free Gems Podcast, man. We back locked in, man, and it's way too early in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
It's been a lot going on. You know, it's been a quick year.
I'm on 4 hours of sleep, and I told myself, 6 hours of sleep for real. But man, when I think about it, it really was like 4 because y'all be on that rabbit hole on YouTube.
Can't do that.
Yo, bro, that shit'll have you up for an hour and a half watching the dumbest shit.
Watching nothing. And then by the end of it, you forgot the video that started it all. Yo. It's like, how did he get here?
Sure. I'm figuring out how to build bridges and buildings for no reason. I started off with catastrophes and crazy worldwide phenomenons. All of a sudden, I'm learning how the pyramids was built and how Wi-Fi is produced in Egypt and shit. It was just the wild fucking, I don't know what be happening.
Yeah,
I just
know. About that before.
Yeah, all I know is, listen, going to sleep be a hassle.
And it's funny because anytime you go to bed late, you always calculate, okay, if I go to bed right now, I have 5 hours and 37 minutes right now. If I fall asleep right this second.
An hour and a half later.
And the weird part about sleep is like, in order to fall asleep, you got to act like you're sleeping. I never understood that.
Wait, what? You're not even lying.
You can't even just...
You got to lay down and put your head somewhere. Word.
It's not even like a switch. Like, in order to fall asleep, you have to already act like you're sleeping.
Unless you're a narcoleptic, which I think I might have symptoms of it. Because I'm telling you,
bro, be out.
I be...
Anywhere.
If I sit down and I'm like, just leave me sitting still for 20 minutes, I'm going to sleep.
In all the years I've known you, you've gone to sleep in the most. It doesn't matter where.
Don't matter. Sitting up, standing up, don't matter. Back of the car, front of the car, on the floor. Listen, I done slept on bathroom floors in courthouses, all types of fuck shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. At the airport, don't nobody get cozier than me on the airport floor. I swear to God. Homeless motherfuckers don't got nothing on me. I don't need a cardboard box. I don't need a boot bag. I don't need nothing. I'm telling you. God forbid I got a hoodie on. I'm balling that up. Boom, pillow. It's over. I'm sturdy. I'll do a 5-hour nap right there.
But it's so strange to me how in order to fall asleep, you got to act like you're sleeping. Like
that's true.
That's just mad weird.
Exactly. I got to put my son to sleep.
Yeah, it's like
turn the lights off, put our heads down, then I got to like resurrect in 40 minutes after he goes to sleep and act like I went to sleep.
Act like you went to sleep too.
Like, all right, let me go run these errands around the house while I can.
But I bet there was a few times where you actually fell asleep. Like, what am I doing?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I got this thing where I don't make it off my couch sometimes. Like, literally, I be done with work and me working from home. Like, sometimes I'll be sitting there. I'll sit on the couch right after my clients leave, and then all of a sudden I'll catch myself at 6 a.m. Like, yo, I'm sitting up, sleep right now. Like, I'm literally sitting up, sleep. Wake up like, oh, let me go to my room.
Yeah, see,
get these last 2 hours of real sleep on the bed.
You one of those.
It gets bad. It gets bad.
You're really one of those like you a boomer, like you 75.
Yo, bro, I swear.
Yo, listen, it's crazy. All right, it's crazy how life really works, comes full circle because when you're young, like a child, you take naps.
Yeah,
and older people take naps. They gotta take naps throughout the day.
Yeah,
it's just so weird, like the cycle of life.
Yeah,
you know how children and kids have more in common with the elders than you would expect.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. The fact that we're about to, when you're a baby and then when you're super old, you gotta wear a diaper.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta learn how to walk again when you're super old. It actually works backwards where your walking diminishes and eventually it gets to the point where you need a walker and you need a cane and all that good stuff.
Listen, if you ever want to know the truth, you ask an 8-year-old or an 80-year-old because they both have no filter. Young people or old people have no filter.
Yeah,
they say whatever comes to mind.
Young people can't think about your feelings, and old people can give a fuck less about your feelings.
And they about to say they think they get away with it. Boy, I'm 86 years old. It don't even matter.
Oh yeah, don't let me get into my 80s. I'm saying reckless shit. And God forbid I make it to 90. I'm gonna be doing fuck it. I'm going on this night train. Let's do some heroin. Let's smell LSD. I'm trying everything on the bucket list that we ain't tried yet. We skydiving. Because listen, man, it's wild to think that some people actually live into their 90s and 100. We was just talking about something like this the other day, and it's like, yo, bro, 100 years ago was 1924. Like what?
That's that crazy.
There's people that are that old that are cognizant that can talk to you about it. Like yeah, I remember the 30s. I was 10. Like what? Fuck you,
yeah, you was 10. Yeah, that's that crazy.
Like what?
During the Great Depression. Remember Great Depression?
Like, you watched Babe Ruth, gang.
You remember World War II?
You watched Babe Ruth.
You remember World War II?
In the 20s? Like, what the fuck?
You remember JFK? But yeah, and like it comes full circle where, you know, when you're young, your parents take care of you, and when you get older, your kids take care of the parents. Like it's literally like life is literally like a circle of life. Like
it Lion King, Circle of Life.
The circle of life.
You get it.
What?
You get it.
Come on now, don't even get me started in here.
Nah,
we will go full Disney musicals in here.
Yeah, I watched Disney on Ice actually the other day, like a month and a half ago with Lego, and that shit was insane. Like, yo, bro.
They be cheating, bro.
The nostalgia, they do be cheating though, bro. Cause how the fuck did y'all do all that on skates? I seen niggas do a backflip on skate.
Y'all are literally acting. Like, you know, like
you're acting. I don't know if you're necessarily singing. I'm pretty sure they're just mouthing off the words.
Nah, they could have. Maybe.
Nah, bro. That would be the most extreme level of athleticism, bro. Because there's no way it's that easy to just be skating, going 40 miles an hour.
And singing your heart out.
Singing your heart out. It's like, there's just no way. Yo, I don't see it.
Speaking of, I saw, last year I saw Aladdin on Broadway. Bro.
You been on a Broadway show?
Amazing.
I'm so mad I never have.
You never have?
I want to go to the Michael Jackson one.
Time out. Listen to me.
Talk to me.
They had the flying carpet flying in the air. No, bro.
In the auditorium?
Listen to me right now. I was looking at him like, how? No.
Were they on the carpet?
Yes.
Nah, you not
flying.
I'm thinking the carpet is just flying.
No, they were on the carpet and it was flying. No. I'm like, bro, no.
What kind of insurance?
I had to pause.
Jesus
the
Christ.
Rest of it, I went on my phone. I was like, how did they do that? And apparently it's some secret. Like, no, that doesn't.
I'm surprised they don't have to lock up your phone to go to a Broadway play. Bro, I feel like this is one of those type things you have to lock your phone to like comedy shows.
I was like, how? No, it didn't make no sense. I was nah.
I believe it. I want to go watch the Michael Jackson show for sure on Broadway.
Oh, I would love to do that.
Yeah, I need to go figure that out.
I saw Aladdin and I saw Lion King. Lion King was amazing.
Yeah, you know what's so crazy,
amazing.
Bro? The thought of that Michael Jackson was so elite and great that people pay money to watch professional impersonators, and those professional impersonators make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like the dude doing Michael Jackson on Broadway, I don't know if he's making millions. For sure, he's making six figures.
Absolutely.
And then they got my cousin working a resort in DR right now, and that little nigga knows every single one of the Thriller moves. And every resort in DR got a Michael Jackson impersonator. He comes on Wednesdays, nighttime. It's the biggest show of the week. Marv know what I'm talking about. You've seen the Michael Jackson impersonator at any resort in DR. You know what I'm talking about. Them motherfuckers is making a great living doing that shit once a week or whatever. They probably go to multiple resorts per week because, yo, bro, it's so amazing to me. Like, yo, you could really pretend to be somebody. Like Elvis impersonators in fucking Vegas.
Yeah, that's mad weird.
We have residencies. Like, you make money doing that shit. Like, it's incredible.
Yeah, you gotta be.
You gotta be one of them ones.
AAA list in order, but that's dead true though.
Yeah,
they really have a whole careers off impersonators.
Yeah, like that's how I kind of like that person was. That I can make millions of dollars to take care of my family by pretending to be this guy, and people will come pay money to watch me, knowing I ain't the Michael Jackson that you want. You want the impersonator? That's cool. Like, what the?
But not only that,
it's a wild concept.
And everybody knows who that is. Even kids, like they know, like they'll see it in person and they know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. Like my first time falling in love with like the idea of Michael Jackson, I was in a resort in DR. I was like 6 years old, and I remember dead ass like. Well, first I shout out to Shorty. I don't remember. I think her name was Tatiana. Some white girl. She was from France. I don't know. She had a cool accent, and I fell in love that day. And then we just so happened to go watch the Michael Jackson show together, and I think about that bitch to this day. Not the point. Point is, I never saw her again. I'm mad as hell. Facebook wasn't out back then. I'm showing my age right now, and I just remember we went and watched that Michael Jackson show, and from that moment on, I was just up. Like everything was like, yo, where do I find more of this Michael Jackson? This is before YouTube and all that shit. So I would just like be tuned in with whatever, anything that had Michael Jackson. I was obsessed with it. And then I found out my dad used to dance and shit. Like he used to be a performer and all. Yeah, my pops had a scholarship. I swear. Yeah, I found this shit out as an adult.
You're capping.
I swear to God, I can't make this shit up. He used to dead ass be
my
like
boy Angel.
Yeah, my boy used to perform like I don't know, like
you
whatever.
Never told me that.
Yeah, I found this out like probably like 4 or 5 years ago. But he used to always tell me like, yeah, we was big Michael Jackson fan. When Michael Jackson did Thriller, everybody went and bought a red jacket in DR. Mind you, it was 104 degrees. I don't know why they had jackets.
Where they get jackets from DR.
Yeah, so like I realized that was like one of the first times I realized me and my dad were into something real similar. Like, oh, he likes not just cars, he likes Michael Jackson too. Cool. And then I say all that to say like, yeah, man, ever since then, Mike has always been like a godly figure. Because once I saw that dude perform, I thought it was Mike.
Yeah.
I didn't know no better.
You didn't know.
I thought that was Mike.
You were
so
young.
I'm like, oh shit, this thing's amazing. I wanted to take a picture with him and all that, but yeah, it was just wild.
Yeah, people be. That's the thing. People be fanning over the impersonators.
Yeah, that was a long ass story. Just say Mike's great.
No, but there's a lot of Broadway plays I want to see. Man. Everybody's so talented, man. Yeah. So much talent in this world.
Yeah, bro. And that's the live performing like that is insane. To like really remember the lines and like people underestimate like how big Broadway is. Like Denzel Washington literally performs in Broadway. Like the biggest actors you can think of have residencies on Broadway. Absolutely. Like literally, like anybody you could think of, if they're big, they've been on Broadway and they make millions of dollars.
Get their starts off Broadway.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of people get their start on Broadway.
It's even crazy to
think. And not only that, they have off Broadway, and then they have off Broadway. You feel me? Just like the D League.
Wait a minute, what?
You ain't know that? They have off Broadways.
So it's not actually off Broadway, but I thought that really meant on Broadway, but I thought it was just a Broadway way to say it.
No, it's like the G
Broadway.
League. It's like the G League. You know, like it's like minor league for baseball. Yeah, then they have off Broadway.
No way.
Yeah.
2 offs before the Broadway?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. It's like AAA and AA
that's
baseball.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh shit.
That's exactly what it is. But yeah, man, a lot of actors today gotten their start doing Broadway shows, and it's absolutely crazy.
That is kind of crazy. I didn't know there was that many levels to this Broadway shit.
Yeah,
but,
bro.
I mean, it makes sense.
Broadway's just one. There's a lot of spin-offs.
The level of talent it takes to do everything one take, no mistakes, no hiccups, no nothing.
Doing it live.
Doing it live in front of a whole audience who can judge you, who can hear you, who can see any mistake, any misstep. It's a dope concept to know that there's people that have that kind of talent where they can do a 2-3 hour performance and just like body that shit.
And not only that, like they have full orchestras that you can't even see. They be underground. Like
yeah, that is.
Somebody over there conducting. Yo, bro, it's absolutely amazing. Yo, the Lion King show with the drums and everything, and yo.
Ooh,
yes. You got to take that. Yes, you got to take the youngins. Got to.
See, I'm not spending $180 to take my kid to a show that he's not gonna remember. I'll give him about another year. I'll give him about another year too.
But yeah, I'm telling you, no.
Because I realize them prices is no joke.
No, they're not. They're not. But it's definitely recommended.
Yeah, it's even crazy to think like shit like Fresh Prince and all those great shows that we used to love. They used to be filmed in front of a live studio audience.
That's dead crazy.
Like think about that. For what though? I really don't know why they had to do that. Like, what was the point of that? Like, that was fucking stupid. But at the same time,
or even like Medea started as a play.
I didn't know that.
Medea started as a play.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Tyler Perry started as a live performance.
Wow.
Started as a play and then boom, ended up.
Never knew that.
Yeah, man. Live studio audience stuff. Yeah, that's a fact. Like
that was a strong thing for a long time.
Like all the shows, Keenan and Kel.
All the cool shit. Word.
All that, like
all that was filmed in front of a live
Chappelle show.
Word. Well, Chappelle's show.
Well, not really. It was skits, but like it was still a live show.
Yeah, I just thought because they had performances. All the shows did have skits, so they would show the skits, I guess, on the big screen.
Yeah, but they would be the people there live, and then they have a performer come there live, performing in front of the audience. Like it's
whoa.
We don't do that. They don't have that anymore.
TV changed.
Yeah, bro. They don't have that. They don't have that no more. Live audience.
And even I'm talking. There was a level of it like Key and Peele. I guess Saturday Night Live would be the closest thing to that, but that's been that since forever.
Yeah, Saturday Night Live.
Those late night talk shows have been that since forever. That's never changed.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very strange how it's not nothing the same anymore, man.
Yeah, and shout out to them because the Jimmy Kimmels of the world and what's bro name with all the cars? He got like a Jay Leno,
yeah.
Jay Leno and all I can't even think.
Jimmy Kimmel, the other Jimmy,
Jon Stewart,
yeah,
there's a bunch of them. But
Trevor Noah, my guy.
Yeah, Trevor Noah's cool. There's a bunch of them. I'm thinking, I'm Larry King. Like shout out to the legend, Larry King.
That is a legend. David Stern.
Wait, David Stern isn't he? Didn't David Stern say some racist shit in like 08?
Yeah, we're talking about the same realm.
Yeah, but word, damn, yo. That's crazy because I
Jimmy
remember
Fallon?
growing up, we used to watch some shit called Don Francisco, and if there was a show that I can say embodies what Adderall is, it got to be Don Francisco. Like, if you know what I'm talking about, shout out to the people down back home. If you know Don Francisco, bro, it was the wildest fucking like Dominican talk show. It was like it was crazy. My man's Francisco, he used to have like this ghost. He used to walk around the show tweaking. It was like this weird laugh. Wow. wild? It was, yo, bro, shit was fucking wild. You have to watch it though. It'd be like a little girl like jumping rope with a missing leg, and then they interview her. It's a midget doing the interview.
Wait, what?
It was the wild, bro. I'm telling you, it was the wildest show. Marv knows what I'm talking about. I'll tell you that much. I'm telling you.
You probably just brought Marv back to the childhood.
Listen, bro, that shit. Like I remember watching that as a kid, and I'll be like, this is so different from like the other late night shows that I see in English. I'm like, what is this? Like, then they had the bitches in bikinis. Like, it was way over sexual back then in the 90s, and I was like, I don't even think this is like, I never seen this before. Like ass and titties shaking on the TV.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy.
But
This is crazy.
That's another thing about the Latin culture and everything. It's very, even like you see the news anchors or the weather girls, they be stacked, bro.
They was ahead of their time.
I don't know
with
what
that
I'm saying,
shit.
bro. They be stacked.
Word.
The novellas?
What?
The novellas?
Novellas was the original word, power and all that shit, bro. That shit was twisted.
Yo.
Word. You ever seen a nigga on horseback kill his wife? Like, it was a wild, I don't know what that shit was about. I remember my mom used to make me stay up and record that shit too for her on VHS. Wow, I'm showing my age. Wow.
VHS.
She's like, I'm going to work.
VHS,
I used to, we were getting mad trouble if we did not record that shit and have a shit ready.
Important. Like, listen, and the thing is, I don't have any kids, but as a working man, I understand. I understand.
Word.
When your parents listen,
that shit.
Growing up, if your parents say you do something and you don't do it,
that's your ass.
Listen, imagine working all day commuting, having to deal with all this BS.
Right.
Coming home, and your kid ain't take the chicken out the freezer.
Ain't take the chicken out the freezer.
It's World War III.
Now we gotta wait 3 hours.
We gotta get it
for this motherfucking
We gotta get
chicken.
it. Listen, I just woke up at the crack of ass to make this hellish commute, to talk to a boss I don't like, to deal with coworkers I don't like, to commute back, and then I gotta wake up, do it all over tomorrow, and like, at least I get to have my meal when I get home.
Right.
And you get home, oh, I forgot.
Right.
You forgot? What you talking about? You forgot?
Like, what you mean you ain't record 106 in Park?
What you mean? I asked you to do one thing. I asked you to do one. See, I understand.
Yeah.
And as a kid, it's like, yo, why y'all trip? I forgot. No, I get it.
And I didn't even think about it. If you missed 106 in Park, there was no, oh, I'm gonna just watch it on YouTube. I'm watch the highlights. Nah, you're done up.
No,
you gotta watch the Sean Kingston episode tomorrow. You didn't want to watch Sean Kingston. Kanye West was on today.
There was no DVR.
Oh my God,
there was none of that.
I just thought about
yes.
that would make me tight.
That's what I'm saying. I understand when parents ask kids to do little things, and the kids be like, yo, like, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. I will burn this whole bitch down right now. I'll burn this whole shit. I will crash out right now talking about it's not a big deal.
We're having a 1998 recap right now.
That was the one thing I was looking forward to all day. Yeah. My bullshit ass day.
Yeah, you
feel me? Like,
exactly what that was.
I don't have any kids, but I understand it. I understand.
Yeah.
Full circle moment. Full circle.
You want to talk about full circle moment? I just had to give my son some money for the fucking the what's that shit called when they sell the books at the school? The book fair.
Oh, book fair?
Fucking
the Scholastic Book Fair.
The Scholastic Book Fair. Yo, let me tell you, the Scholastic Book Fair is one of those defining moments that we realized, like, yo, we don't got it. Like, me and my family don't got it because niggas was going in there buying all types of cotton underpants and niggas was buying toys. I didn't even know they had toys at the book fair. Like, niggas coming out of there with video games. I'm like, how the fuck y'all getting all this? I can't get $5 to get a Captain Underbook's pants.
The Scholastic Book Fair was like, is the equivalent to the adults bottle service. You feel me?
This is what I'm saying.
That's like the bottle service.
Like, if you was really balling, you was walking out there with 2-3 novels.
What?
A comic book or
novels?
something.
What? You had the Pokemon.
Facts.
You had all the Pokédex. You had all the stickers.
See, yeah,
bro.
Yeah, I wasn't
you had the erasers, the fancy erasers with the different shapes on them.
The different scents erasers.
That's what I'm saying.
They had a sniffing erasers.
That's what they had.
Yo,
all
kids
of that.
entertained by the dumbest shit. We
used to love that
everything.
shit.
I used to love that shit. Book bag smell like fucking Skittles in that bitch.
What?
Like,
They had the keychains. I'm telling you, yo.
The keychains.
I'm telling you, it was just like bottle service. Like, if you don't have a bottle service, like, yo,
right.
There
was a certain club.
Yo, the book fair coming out Thursday.
Yeah.
You got to leave class.
I used to hate that shit.
You get to leave class.
I knew I was getting
early.
a low budget ass book. I used to hate that shit.
Leave class early to go down to the book fair. Look at all these books and all these trinkets and gadgets. That was everything to a kid.
Whoa,
everything.
Word.
All
that for nothing too, because we ain't gonna read that shit. You ain't gonna read that
That's
shit.
not the point.
I used to get the book. I used to just want the Captain Underpants so I could do the flip-aramas. And then I realized that I could just draw those myself, and I was unstoppable.
R.I.P. my boy Michael Pleasance. We used to love getting the manga books and drawing out of the manga books, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, dude, wow.
TBT
for real though. But yeah, bro. Scholastic Book Fair was that. But no, that's crazy.
All right, so I think we're done recapping the 90s.
That's that crazy.
Let's talk about what's going on in recent news, man. It's been It's been, every week nowadays it's like the world's ending. So, you want to segue in, take us away into everything that's been going on?
Did you hear about Young Thug's tweet that was deleted?
Listen, I've been seeing a lot of tweet and deletes from Thug, man.
I've been seeing it, and it's been. We'll see how everything happens.
But what did you hear about the tweet and delete? Because I heard a couple. I done seen a couple things, and I done heard a couple of things, and it's looking weird as hell.
Saying how Gunna talking about Gunna and he don't bang with Gunna, acting like he act all buddy.
That's one of the tweets I saw for sure. He was like, tell Gunna stop acting like we cool. We don't even know that dude.
Yeah, we don't even know that dude or something. And then Gunna's brother responded like it's the same on that, like stay on that side or something like that.
Yeah,
apparently. And so now they're saying that the only reason why he asked for contact with Gunna in the plea deal is because Gunna is currently signed to YSL.
Yeah, of course.
But that's. And apparently DJ Academics is saying that Young Thug is telling guys to stay away from Gunna and stuff.
Of course, you can see that. Because he's in the studio. There was
I saw that
footage leaked of him in the studio with Future, Travis Scott, and Lil Baby. And then they're working on something. A lot of people are like, where's Gunna? And I guess that tweet and delete was a quick way to let you know, like, Gunna will not be part of this plan of taking over the world. No, sir. And like Lil Baby, he had an album coming out, and I forgot what the first name was, but after they found out Thug was coming home, he changed the album name to Whatever Wham Says Goes, which is a tweet that Young Thug posted over a year ago when he was still in jail, and it was pretty much like a statement. Like,
whatever he said.
People are asking, how does Thug feel about this and that? How does he feel about Gunna? How does he feel about this? And it was Thug's way of telling the world whatever Lil Baby says is how I feel. And Lil Baby's saying fuck Gunna, and he named the album Whatever Wham Says Goes. So. And people don't know Wham is Lil Baby's nickname because Lil Baby goes wham wham.
Yeah,
like wham. So it's Wham. All right, because y'all didn't know that.
Yeah, I see. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. That's why everybody calls him Wham.
See, this is what I come to you for. See, I'll be like, I don't
dumb shit. I'll talk to you about Trump and Kamala. You talk to me about why Lil Baby's nickname is Wham. Perfect. That's how it works.
Like that. I see. I didn't even. That one right over my head. Right over my head. But what? I want to know reaction, your thoughts to everything.
I mean, it's looking like it's looking like Thug's focused on a little bit of the wrong things. Like, I kind of want to just like, yo, go, bro, take the peaceful route. You feel me? Go back to wearing a dress and just go over there, please. I don't want to see you interacting with none of this. I don't want you to get gangsta on Twitter no more, bro. It's not working. You're on 15 years probation, gang. Yeah, One fuck up, it's up. These people love to see you go to jail.
Yeah, I bet you they got his iCloud synced to the FBI room.
Yeah.
With his tweets, his texts, everything.
I mean, he's on probation. He is property of the state. For people who don't know, when you're on probation, okay, let me explain something to you. When you are on probation, you do not have the same rights as every other citizen. I don't know if people know that. So, like, yeah, he's a free man in the sense that he's not behind bars. But right now, if the police want, they can knock on his door, walk right in his house. No warrant needed, no nothing.
At any time.
Walking in his bitch. They pull him over, we're searching you. We don't need a probable cause. What's your probable cause? You are property of the state, as it says right here on your probation thing. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Yo, bro, when you're on probation, they can call you right now. Yo, where you at? Yeah, we're about to be on our way to the studio. We need you to piss in this cup. You fail that drug test, you're in jail. Here's a violation, 6 months, a year, 2 months, 3 years, whatever they want to give you. It's up to them. Like, you don't have the same rights as everybody, so it's like, yo, bro, just chill. Like, they can track you, they can follow you, they can watch your every move. There's nothing illegal about it. It's as simple as that. You are the property of the state. So it's like, yeah, I just want to see Thug stay free and like stay out the way. But it's like, bro, you just like, I don't know. I feel like you're inviting the wrong things by even just like entertaining anything negative, bro. Stay positive. Go. Remember Thug out the album Pink, or was it Pink? I think it was Pink.
Yeah,
bro, that shit. 80% of that shit was just positive vibes. I'm like, yo, go back to that.
Dropping jewels, bro.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
Tiny Desk was crazy.
Yeah, that Tiny Desk performance is legendary.
With the pink locks.
For sure, one of the best.
He had the bedazzled pinks on his face.
Yeah, listen, we don't gotta talk about that part because Thug always been on the on the fruitier side. We gonna see though, because I am excited as fuck to see what this music gonna sound like.
Oh, me too. And everybody was like, well, yeah, blah blah. Thug, we still listening to Gunna, blah blah blah. That's what everybody on the blog is saying. Like,
I mean, yeah, people listening to Gunna, but we gonna see. It's I feel like the Thug whirlwind is about to commence. And what's crazy is, so King Drizzy, the chess master of them all, apparently like within the first like day or two of Thug
I
coming
heard
home,
about.
Drake took a direct flight to Thug and handed him over $1 million in cash. Supposedly.
Apparently, yeah.
Apparently, these are things you're probably gonna hear about in rap songs.
I heard. Yeah,
you're gonna hear about this in the future.
That's academics. I heard academics.
Yeah, allegedly that Drake dropped that $1 million, and it just makes perfect sense. Because listen, the whole Atlanta's kind of trying to stay on the Metro Boomin and Future side, and yeah, it's like what can you say?
To Atlanta.
Hey, I'm gonna run to Atlanta. It's Thug. And there's one thing. Listen, Thug. If Drake can get Thug to get on another feature, it's back lit. The doors is open for peace, baby.
Drake is hilarious.
We back in Atlanta. We stomped down like a Hawks fan. We good. We're good.
Drake is hilarious.
Bro, Thug's like the Michael Vick of Atlanta right now. Like, we're good. Whatever Vick say, go. Like, he is the icon.
Somebody said, Drake seen Thug before Mariah the Scientist did. Drake was on that one-way flight, flew out himself.
PJ on the way, $1 million in the bag.
Right before Mariah the Scientist got a chance to see him. Hey, but yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, that shit is wild. And it's funny though, because I realized after watching the post-court interview of Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, and the team, they were talking. Brian Steele actually, I was just talking about how Thug's on probation, which is like it's like a drape. It tells you that he's free, but he's really not. Even Brian Steele was saying that when he came out, he was like, "Yo, listen, this is not what I wanted. I didn't personally want this result. I told him plead not guilty. He took the guilty plea because he wanted to come home to his kids. He's like, but I have a strong feeling we could have beat this case. He said that not verbatim, but pretty much in those words. Like, I could have got him off that. He just wasn't trying to stay in jail for another year or two while we fight.
Yeah, because it would have had to be.
No, he said really like 2 or 3 months. He said he wasn't trying to wait another 2 or 3 months. And honestly, I feel him on that.
Yeah, I feel that as well. And like I said, this is the longest running trial in Georgia state history, which is that crazy.
Yeah, it is.
And who knows how long they would have dragged it out even further. And I feel like the prosecution was like, all right, here's his deal, you know?
Yeah.
You know, anytime I feel like I might be ignorant to the law. I feel like anytime they offer you a plea mid-trial, you know, they know it might not be looking good for them in the end.
Yeah.
You know, because they're about winning. So,
yeah.
You know, if you take this plea, technically we still win. Mm-hmm. But it's not winning like they want to win, you know? Mm-hmm. So that was my take on everything.
Yeah.
The fact that you offer a plea mid-trial, they normally don't do that. You normally, before the trial, you know, if you plead not guilty, then we go through the trial. They normally not during the trial offer you a plea deal.
Yeah, and trying to get you done. But yeah, I mean, there were so many different steps that it could have led to a mistrial again, which would have made it even harder to win. So it was a lot going on. The state realized we're fucked.
Yeah,
and because even if you watch the court case, you could hear how upset the judge was, which is a different judge. Too.
Yeah, after the first judge. Yeah, after the first judge got let off.
The last judge was like, yeah, you know what? Y'all are incompetent. Y'all don't know how to handle none of this shit. It was a bunch of missteps, but that's neither here nor there. The important thing is Thug's now home, and we're gonna see exactly how this shit's gonna play out because I think the run he's about to go on, whatever his show price was 2.5 years ago when he was out, 100,000, 200,000 a show. Listen, I promise you,
or a verse, a feature.
It's looking like $500,000 a better show. I don't see how he do less than that because he's selling out anywhere he goes right now. Anyway, he can go to Chicago, he can go to New York, New Jersey, PA. Thug right now is gonna be the hottest motherfucker out, and I hope that I have all confidence in Thug's music. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait.
And not only that, speaking, I'm glad you brought up the Drake thing. I want to know how that comes out to be because I remember Young Thug tweeted that, you know, Drake, Metro, Future were all brothers or something like that, you know? So I want to know if he's the one who bridges that gap between them or not, or, you know, or if he ends up picking a side or he doesn't pick a side. Yeah. I want to know if he has anything to do with that whole situation that's going on. So
there'll be peace. I feel like none of that shit is real, like beef, you know?
Do you know how petty Drake is? I don't think you realize.
Yeah,
he's petty spaghetti.
Nah, worry about.
He be in his feelings. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. You see how he be moving. He's somebody who acts so unbothered, but like by his actions, you can already tell he's very calculated with how he moves, very intricate in how he moves. He acts. He loves the unbothered act, but then he'll post something on his story that's very cryptic. You know, like he's very one of those. Yeah. He's very mysterious. So We'll see how that goes.
It's that chess move.
We'll see how that goes. And we don't know how Metro Boomin really feels about the whole situation either. You know,
Metro's fucked up about it. I'll tell you that much. Metro's not jacking it. He was like the leading force that got Future on but fuck jerk.
That's what I'm saying. You said it's not real beef. I'm like, I don't know how they.
I'm saying, when I say real beef, like I'm saying, like ain't nobody get hurt, ain't nobody like it's not no street shit.
But it's not about that. It's just I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. You know. But it's not like anything over. I feel like it's not anything petty. You feel me?
Yeah.
I feel like it's
name your album "Don't Trust You," and then the second album "Still Don't Trust You." I fuck with that.
Hey,
fuck it.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say on this topic. I said before when that came out. Listen, the bubble was about to burst, and that was the time it burst. You know, Drake has been the last 10, 15 years, the way he's been moving and everything with you know, I don't want to get into it. I've talked about it before with everybody's girl and everything, and you know, he's just been moving the way he wants to move, and he thinks he can just get away with stuff.
Nah, facts.
You know.
And speaking of people thinking they can get away with stuff, so I don't know if you've seen recently the new developments on the PNB Rock case.
I did see, bro, that's dead crazy. I did see the new developments. So, do you want to start, or you want me to go?
You go ahead. You know, I'll ramble on fast.
So,
I want to hear you talk.
PNB Rock, R.I.P. He was the one that ended up dying in a robbery gone wrong at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in L.A. Mm-hmm. And how it went was it was a father and son who ran in and tried to get his jewelry, ended up, you know, unfortunately killing him and leaving his girlfriend, and ended up taking the jewelry. But at the time, everybody was so upset at the girlfriend because she posted the location. She posted the location of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And you remember what happened with Pop Smoke about posting locations. So that was fresh in everybody's mind. Mm-hmm. And everyone was like, wow, she set him up, or she put it out there what the location was, like she's at fault. But we recently find out that one of the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle employees is the one who made the call. He's one of the ones who set it up, and they deliberately delayed their food for like 40 minutes in order for the hit to come or whatever, and it's just very unfortunate.
Yeah, no, so I was doing my little due diligence and research on this, and it's pretty much exactly how you said it. One of the employees who is crazy because they have him on camera actually fist bumping PNB Rock, which is wild. Like, you could dad be fist bumping the motherfucker that's about to get you killed in the next 40 minutes. It's a wild fucking concept, bro. That's how shicey this world is, bro.
It's crazy.
And that's why you gotta watch out where you at, man. Like, PNB Rock, fuck, yo, everything about it is just like, yo, that's such a stupid move. Apparently, he had $500,000 in jewelry.
Yeah.
He actually did have a gun on him. He had a gun on his waistband and his back. And it's really fucked up because, like you said, it's unfortunate. The dude fist bumps him, and apparently the police have figured out now that he was the one who texted or who sent the message out to the kid who actually carried out the murder, and pretty much was like, hey, PNB's here, a bunch of jewelry, you know what I'm saying? Make it happen. The kid walks in. They say that the new angles and the new footage, the surface, show that the kid, it was just like such a sporadic, like, you could tell it was like a first timer kind of thing where, like, he knew the pressure was on. He walked in there within a second of him asking for the jewelry. He already let it off a shot.
He already shot him.
And he was like, yo, you didn't even give him a chance to literally grab his jewelry and try to give it to you.
No,
by the time he asked him for it, PNB might have hesitated for a second or two, and he got shot. And in the midst of that, as soon as he got shot, dude starts ringing for his jewelry and has the gun pointed at the girl, then grabs her jewelry. And it's just like, bruh, like, oh, man, the crash out mission. The fact that, like, I don't know what's going to happen with the dude who apparently set it up, but I'm sure he's on his way to jail or got to have gotten picked up already. I'm sure he's facing the same kind of charges.
He probably on his, right on his way to county.
Yeah, shit. Sure.
Right on his way to county. And the fact that it was a father-son duo was the robbery, who committed the robbery.
Father-son duo, which in L.A., and in a lot of these ghettos, it's generational. It's generational thugging. Like, it is what it is. Like, and that's not even like absurd when you think about it. You look at people like FBG Duck, and you see how his mom talks about shit behind the scene. Or you look at some of the Philly rappers. You just see the parents coming out, and I mean, it makes me realize too. A lot of these people's parents, these 20-some-year-olds that are dying, their parents ain't even 40. Their parents could have damn near went to high school with us, for real.
And in reality, like, it's crazy to see, like, when you see how somebody is and you see their parent, it's like, oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense.
Right.
You know, like like Young Boy's mother. Oh, okay, it makes sense. You know, like
yeah. You're right. It's how it be. Like Blueface mom. Shout out to Blueface
that's
mom.
what I'm saying. Yeah, like okay, it makes sense why your son's Blueface.
Okay,
but it's just crazy, and everybody owes the ex-girlfriend an apology because I can't imagine how
PNB Rock's girlfriend.
Yeah, Oh, yeah.
His ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
I thought you said ex's girlfriend.
No, his PNB Rock's ex-girlfriend an apology because I can't imagine how traumatic that actual experience was. Right. And then you're getting attacked by all these internet strangers for months on end, saying that she was the one who did it. Like I said, this was fresh in everybody's mind because I believe like 2 years earlier, Pop Smoke in LA ended up. That was like 2 years before, and I think that was 2020. I think PNB Rock died in 2022.
Yeah.
So based off somebody sharing location, so that was fresh in everybody's mind. It was in LA, so they was like, oh, she was the one who either set him up or it was her fault either way. So everybody owes her an apology. I can't imagine what she's going through in that moment and the blowback for everything. So I can't imagine, So shout out to her. Hope she's doing better because that's crazy.
Nah, yeah. I mean, bro, I'm still traumatized. I'm just seeing a little bit of the clip on Instagram of that PNB Rock murder because I'll never forget. It was one of those like, Instagram will give you that like disclaimer like, are you sure you want to watch this bloody and gory thing? Like the viewer discretion is advised. And I click it and I see a dude just squirming around in blood, and then I'm like, is that PNB Rock? And then I realized that's PNB Rock. I'm like, oh shit, that image never left my mind. And I'm a grown ass man. Like I can only imagine a super fan or an adult. And I actually got to meet PNB Rock a couple times. So it's actually sad because he was very genuine energy. Like I remember he asked me for some of my Henny. I'll never forget that. He asked me for some of my Henny, and I was like, yeah, of course, bro. And he deadass just swigged that shit, air sipped, be like, all right, cool. And then we was just vibing in the back behind stage. But neither here nor there, man. Real genuine dude. It's unfortunate, man. Rest in peace to PNB Rock, man. A Philadelphia legend. Definitely has a lot of... there's a lot of memories tied into his music for me from like 2014 to like 2017, 2018. He had a hell of a run. Him and Fetty and A Boogie, like they just had a run. That whole era was, his music encapsulates that era to me. Like, that portion of my life right out of high school, like 20 to 24, that was my shit. That was my guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and R.I.P. and hopefully his family and his loved ones find the closure that they needed and all this. And it's just another tragic situation. Yeah. So you want to segue into the next, or you want me to segue into the next?
Go ahead. I was just looking at the list.
Did you see everything that's going on with these wildfires? I know you've been smelling the barbecues.
I've been trying to figure out what the fuck has been going on.
Right now,
okay,
there's like 7 wildfires going on in Jersey. Different.
Right.
And for those who don't know, we're in New Jersey, and for the past 2 months, there's been no rainfall really.
Right.
So the conditions have been perfect. It's been really windy. And there was a miner that just got arrested for starting one of them.
I did hear about that.
And
up in like West Milford, right?
The West Milford one. If you look at it, the view of New Jersey, you can see the smoke blowing down, literally going down towards New York and everything. It's very hazy, and it's crazy because wildfires in Jersey don't really happen like that.
Right. I never heard of that.
Climate change and everything's going crazy, bro.
Yeah. Not for nothing. The first 2 weeks in November, it was 70 degrees.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
It's been 70 degrees since the week before Halloween, for real.
Bro, on Halloween.
On Halloween, I was sweating. It was 81 degrees. Me and my son was panicking in the middle of this heat. I'm like, what the fuck?
It was busted on Halloween.
Granted, as a child, that would have been the fucking littest shit ever to
us. But growing up, Halloween used to be cold.
Sometimes. I remember 8th grade Halloween, most legendary Halloween ever. It was dead ass hot outside.
That was crazy.
It was like 70-something degrees.
See the lane? That was,
you remember, yeah, you was there. But yeah, the wildfires, I mean, like, this is completely new to me. I never heard no shit like this.
We don't have wildfires in Jersey. It doesn't happen like that.
But this also reminds me of, remember that time, I think it was like last year when the sky turned orange for like 2 days?
Yeah.
That was a fucking
That was from Canada.
Yeah, but like how the fuck wildfires from all the way up there made the sky orange down here? I don't know, and that's way past my pay grade.
Yeah, there's something like, I forgot how many acres. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, and I feel like we're gonna see a lot more abnormalities up here, especially before we really didn't get tornadoes. We've been getting tornadoes recently.
Where the fuck we get a tornado?
Well, early in the year, down in not up here, but like in South Jersey.
Oh,
it was not
Jersey,
like
that's like
this,
North Alabama though. Like,
but still, Jersey ain't that big. You feel me?
Yeah, but
we know we don't
South,
get stuff like
South
that.
Jersey, anything's possible. Anything's possible. South Jersey, anything's possible. It's a very weird, desolate area.
But it's crazy how this weather is really turning, and like the last 2.5 months, it really hasn't been raining like that. It's basically been a drought. They said if it doesn't rain in a few more weeks, that as far as the water and the reserves, it might be they might start asking people to regulate their water and everything. Just like they do in California. They do that sometime in California because hey, if it's not raining, ain't no water. The grass is it's easy. It's easy. It's an easy conductor. One spark, boop, with that wind blowing, swirling, wildfire.
You're right. One cigarette butt out the window, anything.
Boom. If that grass is looking hazy and yellow like straw, boop, easy.
That's the thing too. It's 100-some degrees in some parts of the deserts and up in the mountains, some places.
Oh yeah,
that shit is.
Oh
wild.
yeah, and with that wind swirl, the one in New Milford's like 500 acres or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
I don't listen. That shit always confused me. I never understood a wildfire and how the fuck it just keeps on burning and nothing stops it. And I don't know.
How was it gonna stop it?
Water? I don't know. Maybe some more water.
How is it gonna? If it doesn't rain, where's the water coming from?
If we call all the fire trucks.
Well, they do have helicopters dropping some water, but it's minute compared to how big the fire is, how big the rushing fire is, and you can't, with all that smoke, you can only do so much from the air, Yeah, you can only do so much. Now there are some ways to contain it. Like I've seen where, like, depending on where it is, they'll pre-wet certain areas to try to contain it. Oh, so but sometimes sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Damn.
So, did you ever see? Speaking of, we spoke on Disney. Did you ever see the live action of Mowgli, the movie Mowgli?
No, I don't even know what it is.
Jungle Book. Heard of Jungle Book?
Spinoff?
Yeah, it's a live action version of the Jungle Book.
Oh no, I never heard of that.
But they were talking about. It's funny because for those who don't know, it's about a young boy who grew up in the jungle and they're all his friends, and they're talking about. They talk about it as the red flower. Controlling the red flower, and that humans have the red flower, and they're talking about fire.
Right.
It's just funny to think about it from an animal's perspective. Yeah. The fire spreading and everything and burning down habitat.
It's funny because before you even started mentioning this movie shit, I was just thinking like, damn, imagine being like hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, and like wildfires obviously had to still be a thing, and there was a lot more wild, there was a lot more grass and trees. So I'm just thinking like, damn, imagine like you just have no helicopters and shit to put out these fires, no fire trucks, nothing. That shit have just burned forever. Like, what? Like whole villages just we gotta go. Yo, we gotta go. We gotta go. Why? There's fire coming. You don't feel that shit? It's extra hot. And smoke.
And the thing about nature is nature's perfect. So no matter how big the blaze is, and when after it all said and done, and there's a bunch of sit there, what happens? Grass starts growing, and a whole new ecosystem. It's full circle. Full circle. It always comes back full circle. And the conspiracy theory angle of it is where some of the wildfires are. They're talking about fracking and stuff, where companies want to frack and
you got to tell me what fracking is, because I've heard the word and I always thought it was a joke.
Drilling for oil and stuff.
What?
Drilling for oil and stuff. So
frack is to drill for oil?
To drill for the resources.
Yo, you learn something new every day, ladies and gentlemen.
Fracking, so.
Don't say you ain't never learned something watching the Preaching this podcast. So, Marv, did you know that? I didn't think so. I'm like, what the fuck is fracking?
So drilling for the resources. So the conspiracy theory angle is the strategic and where they're set off and everything. So they can use that area.
And they're like, oh, why not let us do this? Because there ain't shit else that we could do here. So. Okay.
So that's the whole conspiracy angle from it, and guess what? Nothing would surprise me if you look at the real history of this country and the real history of the world, you would think a lot of it's conspiracy theories. You know what I mean? Like if you look at what really goes on, and all the FBI files that's been unveiled over the years, you would think it's all conspiracy.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing will surprise me.
Nothing will surprise me. You gotta realize where we are. So I don't want to get too far into
speaking
that.
of nothing will surprise me, I want to know.
I don't want to get too far into that.
I want to know what you think with this Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight that we got set. It's set to go off in about a day, actually.
Yeah, tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Wow.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the 15th?
On Netflix, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I want to hear your thoughts. Because I didn't think this shit was going to happen.
Me neither.
But I'm not going to lie. They have spent more money on marketing than I think the Super Bowl or any... No, Super Bowl doesn't spend money on marketing. The company that spent the money on the Super Bowl to get marketed because, bro, I've never seen... Yo, bro, this fight is everywhere. It's on my Uber Eats. It's at 7-Eleven. It's at the gas pump. It's everywhere. I'm like, yo, they spend so much fucking money on this, bro. It's everywhere. It's all they're talking about everywhere.
Yeah, that's all they're talking about. So my opinion, personally, I'm rooting for Tyson, but I don't see how he wins. For two reasons. One reason, obviously he's in 50s, 60s. I don't know exactly how old he is.
Like 56, 57.
And Jake Paul's in his prime as far as athletic performance is concerned.
No pun intended.
In age, and especially if the fight drags on, I think in order for Mike to win, he would have to win early.
Mike is 58, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just turned 58 in June.
That's what I'm saying. So, I think in order for him to win, he'd have to win early, because as the fight drags on, I don't know if he'll have the stamina in order to continue to win later on in the rounds. I think he'd have to. For me, he'd have to win early. I'm rooting for him. I don't see him winning, but that's my take.
Yeah, Jake Paul is 27. There is a 31-year age difference there. That's insane.
That's what I'm saying.
For Mike Tyson to really win, when I say nothing will surprise me, it'd be like, this shit has to be rigged if Mike wins. I refuse to believe a 58-year-old could beat a 27-year-old in almost anything. If it's anything physical that's like dominating.
Physically demanding.
No, physically dominating too, where like I'm trying to impose my will on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like we're just doing a push-up competition. No, I'm trying to hurt you.
Yes, yeah, that's a fact.
I don't see that happening. I just don't see it happening. And they both train for the same thing, obviously.
Yeah, they both train for this. Like, it's not like,
because Mike will fuck me up all day, no problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have no doubt that I can't beat Mike Tyson, even if he's 58. I have no doubt that I cannot beat him. But somebody does the exact same thing you do, that's been busting their ass for 5, 6, 7 years. That's clearly shown that he is a fighter, an able fighter. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. But my money's leaning towards Jake, but my money really overall is leaning towards this shit is all a hoax. Like, I don't know what might happen. Like, I don't know. But I think they're gonna put on a show. I think either way they're gonna put on a show, and they're in cahoots to make sure it's a show, because this opens the doors
for all other
for so much more. For a motherfucker like Mayweather to still be able to go get a $300 million bag in 10 more years when he's in his mid to late 50s, it's opening up windows for a lot.
Open up windows for the rematch and everything,
For the rematch, you never know.
And this is Netflix exclusive, so it's also opened up the door for more of those Netflix exclusive type of.
Netflix got it. They know what they're doing.
Netflix runs the world.
And I'm sure I don't think you have to pay if you have Netflix.
No, you don't. It's not. Yeah. If you have Netflix, it's Netflix.
This is gonna be the biggest live event ever.
That's what I'm saying.
Ever.
So this is the Netflix runs the world.
Damn, I just thought about it. Yeah, it's gonna have to be the biggest live event, because how many subscribers does Netflix have? I want to see that real quick. How many subscribers?
That's a good question.
Netflix have, because I'm just thinking they have 282 million subscribers. Paid subscribers worldwide. Damn.
God damn.
282 million subscribers. Even if they get 10% of that to watch live, you're talking about 28 million people watching live.
God damn.
And that's just active subscribers. I'm not talking about people that are going to go and subscribe.
And people going to go out and watch it and get together. To watch it.
This is going to be some shit.
200 million. That's
282 million. Put some respect on that extra 82.
That'd be that's top 10. That'd be, if they were a nation, they'd be top 10 in population.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Most Super Bowl views ever. I got to see this because this is fucking my head up. The Super Bowl, last Super Bowl with the Chiefs and the Niners had 123 million viewers across all platforms. 123. They average that 123 million viewers. So I can see this doing half of their subscribers out easily, like, or at least because you include the fact that all the people that are newly subscribing.
Yes, and like I said, all the people. Those are the number of subscribers. That's not including if you're having a fight party and everything. All the people watching it.
And what's fucking me up too is that the Super Bowl is free. Completely. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to be shit with the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Netflix is genius because if they can get even just 1% of people to sign up, the people that are going to be watching to be new signees, let's say 1% of this, what's 1%? It'd be like 2.8 million. Yo, if 2.8 million people go and buy Netflix just for this fight.
And let's say 2/3 of those people cancel after the free membership ends.
Oh my God.
And another third of those forget to cancel it. You know what I mean?
This is fucking my head up. The numbers on this shit is crazy. I want to see what was the most purchased pay-per-view fight was 4 million Pacquiao versus Mayweather. 4 million is not that much. But 4 million also at like an $80 price point is a little different.
Yeah.
Now Netflix giving it to you at $16. Hey,
and you already have Netflix.
And all the people that are going to be willing to pay to get sponsored, paid sponsors, they're going to be willing to advertise on a fucking show that easily might have 100 million plus viewers.
Now,
with
this, now between that and what's going on with the NFL and Amazon, we're looking at a future where there's going to be a bidding war for all the streaming services for anything live in the future.
Whoa.
No matter what it is.
This is changing the world as we
just
see.
Like
right now,
Thursday Night Football is exclusively on Prime.
Yeah.
You can only watch it on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Just like NFL sometimes has Peacock. Friday, if they have a Friday game, it's a Peacock event. Mm-hmm. So all live events for the future it's gonna be a bidding war with the streaming services. And if you don't have the streaming services, you're going to have to pirate that bitch out. Arrgh. You feel me? You're going to have to pirate it out. You're going to have to go to a bar or something. But that's what it's going to end up, where the streaming services is taking over the world.
Wow.
And all right, can we talk about
what the results are going to be?
All right, can we talk about, speaking of streaming and everything, can we talk about how the day and age of technology and information has taken away ownership? It's more renting. As far as back in the day, for example, let's say your favorite artist came out with an album, a physical album. You have to go out to the store and purchase it. Now you own the album no matter what.
Right.
You can do whatever you want with that album. Nowadays, it's on a streaming site. Just how J. Cole took 7 Minute Drill off of the streaming site, it's gone unless you downloaded it. It's not like a physical copy anymore. You're just paying for the rights to it, but you don't own anything anymore. We don't own anything anymore. Just like Blu-ray and DVDs, if something's off of Netflix and you only have Netflix, you don't have that movie anymore. You can't watch it anymore.
Right.
You don't own it.
Right.
You know that we pay for convenience. We pay the rent. We don't own anything anymore with the information age.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Think about it.
I didn't think about that.
If a movie goes off Netflix, you can't see it anymore. But if you had 30 years ago, you purchased that movie, you have that forever. You'd have the physical copy.
It does create a demand for it, though. And you know what? That's kind of crazy. That's fucking genius.
You don't own anything anymore.
Fucking genius,
you don't own nothing anymore.
Because they put fucking Dark Knight on Netflix every other year or some shit. But it creates a demand when you tell people, hey, it's not on here no more. You better watch it. It'll have like a list of leaving soon.
Yes, it'll have leaving
coming soon. And then you'll see like in the Netflix top 10, they always have some kind of classic in there. You'll be like, oh, this is back on Netflix. And it's kind of like the same idea of like owning the movie, because how many people own movies and have a crazy DVD collection and they haven't watched none of them shits in 20 years. Netflix kind of gives you the idea of like, remember you haven't seen one of your favorite movies in 3 years? Well, we got it back up on here. And now you're going to watch Prison Break all over again.
And not only
Prison
that,
Break season 10 is coming back
and
up.
not only that, it'll be like,
that's genius.
You know, it'd be top 10 trending movies or whatever. It's like, wow, this movie's old. But it's not even new.
It's genius though, because it creates that demand. All of a sudden, hey, I kind of do want to watch Dark Knight again for the 30th time because it's back on Netflix and I already paid for it. Fuck it. Run it. Throw some Netflix on.
But now it's not. Now you're paying to have access, but we don't own nothing anymore. We're paying for a service.
Yeah,
before you used to own.
What good is a million people owning Dark Knight if even if they rewatch it 100 times, we can't make a penny off of it. They already bought it for the $15.99 on Blu-ray at Walmart. We put it on Netflix. We starve them. Nobody owns DVDs anymore. We starve them for a year or two, take it off to Netflix. Now when it comes back on, those million people that would have bought it, they're going to go stream it. Probably once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. Now this shit been viewed 3 million times as opposed to it got bought 1 million times once in 2008 and nobody give a fuck about it. We can't make a penny off it again.
But
they're making them pennies again.
But
this is fucking genius.
Matt Damon sat down in an interview. He was on the Hot Ones interview. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't.
It was a great interview. He was saying how streaming service has changed the way the industry, movie industry, and how they make movies. Right. He said back in the day, if you make a movie, it would be out in theater for 6 months, and then it would go on DVD or Blu-ray, and it would be like a re-release. Yeah. As far as
you're right. I remember the commercials. Now out on DVD. Word.
They would get so it would be like so the actors that got percentages and the production company would get it on the back end as well. Nowadays, they don't have that anymore. So what he was saying is, let's say I have a movie budget for $25 million, right? And now I have to split everything with now I have to spend $25 million on publishing, on advertising, everything, getting the movie out there. Now I have to split everything with the theater owners. So now, in order to make a profit, I have to at least make $100 million off the movie. Right. In order to start turning a profit. And depending on the type of movie, it's not about, you're not going to make $100 million off talking about a love story about this, you know? So a lot of production companies and the movie industry, they're more reluctant to make certain movies because it's not popular anymore. Yeah. They don't have that second back end is to where it's like a re-release on DVD and everything. Yeah. The way it's changed, it's changed the game a lot. So a lot. He was saying a lot of the movies that he used to make back in the day, that which I love making, we can't even make those anymore because it's not even worth it.
Yeah, that's true. Damn, that is insane. And I'm thinking about it too. Like, movies drop now and no bullshit. Give it 2 to 4 weeks. It's on Amazon. Yeah. It's on HBO. It's on one of those things because they realize the demand isn't there. Like, we're going to go sell these physical tickets because it's cool, but their real money's going to be on the streams. That's where the money's going to come in at the end of the day. Exclusive rights licensing to one of these streaming services. It's only on HBO. It's only on this. It's only on that. And I'm sure they have the data too to see when people buy. The people subscribe, and the first thing they go do is watch this movie that just premiered on HBO, or watch this. Like, that's the first thing they do. Like, there has to be all that shit for sure. There's data on all that, which leads to how they break down the money that comes in, and they justify, like, hey, this is coming in for that, because I'm sure 50 and Stars got to be best of both. Because even I was one of the first people that I knew that did this, but like, I literally was subscribing to Stars to watch Power, and then as soon as it was over, unsubscribe. What the fuck is this about? And I'm sure they see all that, you know? They see all of that shit. The same way YouTube could show you exactly where people pause and replay a video the most at and all that good stuff, which part catches the most attention, at what point do most people stop watching, you know? They have all that data. So that's crazy what you say about Matt Damon. I'm going to go watch that interview. I love Hot Ones, too.
Yo, Hot Ones is great.
Shout out to Sean. He's a dog over there at Hot Ones. That whole concept of the show, fire. I actually want to do something like that. I think we can get the Hot Ones, we can get the hot sauce from
They have those, yeah.
They have those, like a sample. It's like $100, and we can try that shit all day and have our own little Hot Ones challenge type kind of thing.
I'm with it.
Word.
I'm with all that. Word. But it's crazy how it's crazy, and it's the same thing with the music as well. It's the same thing with the music as well, as far as physical copies and everything. Now It's about So the power is in the Spotifys, the Apple Musics, the Netflix, the HBO Max, the Peacocks. They have all the power now. Yeah. Before it was the record labels and the production companies as far as movies are concerned. But they don't have the power. They don't have the power they used to have anymore. They're not making the income that they used to make. They can't.
I think it's slowly going to be more and more, though. It's only going to get bigger and bigger as we understand the value of every single stream and what every single thing really means. Because it's like what I was saying, though. You buy an album one time. We have no idea how many times this fan listened to this album. How many times? Like, yes, that one physical copy sold, but he could have listened to that shit 100,000 times. He could have listened to that shit once. With streams, it's like, nah, we're seeing exactly how many times. We're seeing how many times in this area, how many times in that area, this age group, that age group, who's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see so much more data, which becomes so much more valuable. You know what I mean?
But valuable for who?
Shit, for those companies that are marketing it to us, and they understand who they're giving it to. How we're gonna put flyers that look like this in this area. We're gonna go perform like this and make sure we bring out this artist to this area because we see that this feature is having a lot more streams in this area because everybody likes Boston Richie or everybody likes Boss Man D-Lo. So let's make sure we get Boss Man. Like, there's so many things that they can do with this data. It's fucking my head up right now. I feel like I'm in a Matrix with these lights behind you. I really feel like I'm in a Matrix right now. but listen, man, it's been a hell of an episode of the Free Gems podcast. I realize we're near the end, so I want to make sure I sign off by saying, I'm looking forward to what's going on these next couple weeks. The holidays are coming up. Thanksgiving's around the corner.
All right. Before we know it.
First of all, it's week 11 of the NFL season. I don't want to talk about it because I'm going to start getting sad.
How?
Because we're more than halfway through the season, gang, including playoffs. And I'm really getting emotional about it because
week 11 is crazy. That's a fact.
In like 2 more months, bro, be nothing but basketball. I don't give a fuck about basketball right now, bro.
And speaking of basketball, before we sign out,
I can't.
Do you see that
football's over?
The ratings down.
Of course it is, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about basketball till May. I don't give a fuck about the NBA till May.
Nah, but not only that.
That shit is ass, bro. They got an in-season tournament now. Imagine the NFL if you tried that shit. NFL's laughing at y'all. Like, what are y'all doing? In-season tournament? That's every week for us. Fuck are you talking about?
Every week's a tournament.
Every week's the in-season tournament, motherfucker. Fuck you mean? We slip up right now. The Cleveland Browns could be number 1 in the AFC North. If shit goes right, you never know.
Yeah.
Basketball. Don't even worry about it. The same 4 teams is gonna matter at the end of the day, and we're gonna see that. We're gonna see them in May.
And not only that, it's just everybody plays the same style. It's jacking up 33s.
Right.
And
I might score 40 right now.
Yo, do you remember what I was telling you? I was upset when the Olympics basketball was over with because I got to go back to watching NBA.
You gotta go
back in the Olympics. It was team oriented. Yeah. Everybody had their own style of play. Mm-hmm. The refs weren't calling fouls every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They weren't going to the monitor every 2 minutes to see if it's a flagrant or not.
My son sounds 60 years old right now.
Bro, no, yo.
We're turning into our parents.
Yo, I'm dead tired.
Like, that generation of haters.
Like, now, like watching the NBA.
I hate this game.
Everybody plays the same. The refs want to stop it every 2 minutes to check the monitor if it's a flagrant. Bro, like, it's something. Sometimes it's hard to watch.
The NBA needs to thank FanDuel for the only reason they are relevant at all. Nobody gives a fuck about what the product you're putting. Listen, shout out to Rutgers University, shout out to UNC, shout out to all my boys that's playing in NCAA right now. I'm watching that because they care.
Listen.
They care.
And speaking of NCAA, shout out to the women. Personally, I like watching the women way more than the guys. Exponentially because there's continuity. There's real rivalries. When you talk about the NCAA for men, I feel like they're renting. You know, they're just there for one-stop shop because the top ones, like the Cooper Flag, he don't go in the lottery. There's no continuity there. No. You'll never get a Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese in the NCAA for men. You'll never get that because they don't stay long enough. There's no continuity there. There's no rivalries. Yeah. You know, like Juju Watkins is a sophomore. You know she's going to be there for the next 2-3 years. Yeah. You know? So we can see her develop and her game develop and how she's going to go. Yeah. Helga Hidalgo on Notre Dame, she's a sophomore. She's going to develop. Right. Michaela Fuwiley on South Carolina, she's going to develop. We're going to be able to see in real time them develop, the real rivalries and how they excel throughout their career. But in NCAA for men, I feel like it's just a rental, one and done, or transfer here, transfer ported there. I personally like watching the women more. There's a lot more continuity to it. Personally,
that's a fact. I felt that. Well, listen, I'm excited to see what superstars come out in the NCAA this year.
Yes, sir. Man. Let's go, baby.
Listen, March Madness is around the corner. For right now, enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Yeah, listen, for real.
Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, whatever. Listen,
Happy New Year,
all of that shit. Because by the time we blink, it'll be 2026.
Nah, absolutely.
2025 won't even happen. We're going to holler at y'all, man.
It's about to be St. Patty's Day, baby.
Appreciate y'all. Free Gems Podcast. Signed out.
We out of here.
We on.